Good morning, everyone. We are getting started with week 6 this week. So we are going to continue with our research for Writing Project 2. And this week we'll be evaluating some of the sources we have found and continue on the writing process by working through the Writing Project 2 rough draft. So what are we doing this week? Let's take a look at the week 6 to-do list. You will see on the week 6 to-do list, I asked you to get started by reviewing the Writing Project 2 assignment sheet and the sample Writing Project 2 on Moodle week 6. I wanted you to just review the assignment sheet really quickly so that you can keep fresh in your mind exactly what the purpose is for the Writing Project 2. And I thought that reviewing a sample would help you to structure your own essay and kind of see what it looks like. So in relation to the sample Writing Project 2, there is a discussion post for you this week that asks you to think a little bit and analyze the Writing Project 2 sample. And then further for Monday, there is a little bit more information about the research process and understanding bias, which will help us with our investigating your sources assignment. So you can see here, you're to start your investigating your sources assignment on Monday, and the investigating your source assignment asks you to look at a source that you've chosen, and it can be anything that relates to your final research topic, and complete the following questionnaire. Remember, it's important to note that not all of these answers may prove helpful to actually drafting your Writing Project 2. Instead, you're brainstorming possible content for that essay and then picking what seems to be the most important features for your initial exploration. So what you find out here, what you think about here, what you explore here may not end up in your Writing Project 2, but it will be helpful for you as you start to move further into the drafting process. So you can see here, these questions ask you to think a little bit about the information, where the information comes from, who has written it, what kind of data is included, looking and thinking about bias and how the bias might impact the information that's being presented. It just asks you to think a little bit more critically about the kind of source you're using, where it comes from, and how the information might be influenced by outside forces. This is the kind of thing that we should be doing with all of our sources, so I wanted to bring it to our attention to think closely about at least one of the sources so that when you continue researching, you can keep these kinds of questions in your mind. So that assignment will be due on Wednesday, as well as your initial discussion post. And then you'll see for the rest of the week, you do not have an assignment due on Sunday this week because I want you to be working on writing your Writing Project 2 rough draft. The Writing Project 2 rough draft is going to be due on Monday, October 7th. So I would like you to spend the second part of this week working on that rough draft so you have a good solid draft to submit on Monday, October 7th. So as you are working with your sources and your rough draft this week, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.